I want to talk about a practice that I call social arenas. And this time, I've talked about this before in my books, and I've talked about it in these blogs, but I want to revisit it. And the reason is I think it's more essential and critical than ever. Because the idea of social arenas is it's a way to become part of community. It's a way to connect with people. And it's a way to become part of a community. It's a way to find friends. It's a way to find a relationship. It could be as well, or any or all of those. And so it's a way to connect with people. And what a social arena is it's a gathering of people. Okay? And ideally, that gathering of people is like the same people meet on a regular basis. Okay? So what are some social arenas? Social arenas might be a yoga class. It could be a church. It could be a meetup group. It could be a meditation class. It could be a wine bar. It could be a coffee shop. And there are many others. And this town had different places that I fit than the last town I was in. Like the last town, the things that I connected with, are different than the things that I'm connecting with here. And I'll get into that in a minute. So there's like two different ideal qualities. It's like we're looking for a gathering of people that meets on a regular basis, okay? And we want the people there to be people that we can connect with. So we have some things in common, maybe a similar idea of consciousness. It may be a similar, we're interested in the same things. We have a common interest, and we just feel like we fit with these people. And the second thing is ideally is it's something we enjoy doing. It makes it more authentic if I'm going there because it's something I really enjoy. And different ones of these will have different balances of this. But I want to kind of get right into an example because I'm kind of a living testament of this. I just moved to Ashland, Oregon, from Bend, Oregon, 2 months ago. And when I moved here, I knew one person. So this whole idea of finding community has been kind of essential, or else I would be very lonely and very isolated. So I've been practicing this. I've got some added motivation now, which maybe I back myself in a corner here. And so because it does take some emotional energy, I want to be upfront about this. It does take some emotional energy to go to a new place, meet new people, introduce yourself in whatever way, depending, however you do that, depending on what the group and the activity is. It takes some energy to show up, especially if you're like me and I'm a little introverted. It takes even maybe some more energy. So I do want to be upfront about that, which also means there's probably going to be some resistance. Okay, but I want to give you some of the social arenas that I've been exploring. And the first one is I have 2 yoga classes that I enjoy. One of them's Wednesday nights and one of them's Sunday mornings. Now, to get to those 2 yoga classes, I probably went to 8 or 10 yoga classes to find ones that I liked. Okay, and that's the thing about social arenas. When we go to a social arena, we don't know if that's going to be a fit. We have to be willing to get out there. Some of them, we don't feel like we fit. Some of the social events feel a little like a dud. It's like, why did I come here? But then if we continue to do things, we start connecting. And so that's what happened with these yoga classes. One teacher I just really, really like. She's amazing. And then she has other people that think she's amazing too. And then the other one is at the YMCA, which is a whole social arena of itself, and that's on Wednesday night. And I also really like that teacher. So that's one. The second one, as I already mentioned, is the YMCA. And the Ashland has a really cool YMCA. Now, where I was before, Ben didn't have a cool. They had like a recreation center, so I went there. But it's the gym basically, and I go there and I lift weights. I go to the yoga class. I Also, we'll do a sauna after the yoga class or lifting weights, and then I'll do a jacuzzi after. And it's amazing how like a sauna can be fairly social, and so can a jacuzzi. You're sitting there, and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes people are talking to each other. Sometimes I'm just sitting there by, kind of in my own space. But other times, it's a way that I start meeting people. And then by going to these social arenas over and over, I start getting used to seeing the people start getting used to seeing me. But before I get into that, what are some other ones? Okay, so the first Friday art walk was a no-brainer for me because I really do enjoy art. And so once a month I go there. And then on the other Friday nights, I go downtown. It's kind of like I get off work. It's like kind of like I now have this job where it's like I get off on Friday nights, like going to happy hour. I don't drink that much, but it's like a social event to like start the weekend. Okay. And so they have all these cool things. And downtown Ashland has a lot going on Friday night. They have like the Green Show, which is free music in the Shakespeare Festival stage. And then they have a lot of live music going on. There's one bookstore that has live jazz outside of their little back area, their little patio area. And then there's also one of the bars that has like live music. And that's what I mean. So how many spiritual practices do you get to go to a bar, right? And again, I'm not drinking a lot, but I'll get a glass of wine. I'll sit there and listen to some music. And I usually find the music that's going on that I like the most. And I'll sit there and hang out for a while. And so that's another social arena. Another one that I'm going to is an ecstatic dance group. And that's a really cool one. Now, some of these, like I said, now ecstatic dance is a wonderful community, okay? And now I'm not maybe as passionate about ecstatic dance as maybe some of the other people there are, maybe some of you are. But I do enjoy it, and it's an amazing community. So here's one that's high on people I can connect with, and not quite as high on something I enjoy, but I still enjoy it enough that I can go and it feels somewhat genuine. So those are some of the social arenas. I'm also doing a meetup group. It's a meditation group. Now that one I've just gone to once, okay? And so that's the thing, is like not all of these, pan out. And like I said, 10 yoga classes to find 2 that work. So some of them, you just go to. So the meditation class, I'm not so sure if it's going to be a social arena or not. I might go again and see if I enjoy it more than I did the last time. So in essence, what we're doing when we're going to social arenas is we're becoming part of a community. And some of these communities are already established, like my yoga class. Or the ecstatic dance one's even better. They have been meeting in that same space doing ecstatic dance for 20 years. So they've got a deep community, and you can feel it. It's a really sweet community. And so because of this, and then there's other places that maybe aren't as established communities. So that's more like going, to the bookstore is not as much, is different than going to ecstatic dance or going to a yoga class. The yoga classes I go to, the same people are there every week. They like the teachers. They like the teacher that's there. And now versus if it's one where I'm kind of showing up to see music, or it's like more of a smorgasbord of people, and it takes a little longer, but I become a familiar face that just is walking around town. Also, another example of this would be like walking your dog. And I don't currently have a dog, but I used to walk a dog when I lived in Bend. And it's like you see the same people, you cross them and you smile, hey, what's going on? And then people start getting used to. Now, because we're like becoming part of a community, like take this ecstatic dance group. So they were really open to me from the start. They embraced me. However, as I go more, they're little by little allowing me into their community more. Now, why is that? Well, what I think it is they probably had other people that went for a while and then disappeared. And human beings don't really like it when they invest connection in you and then you disappear. That's no fun, right? So what often will happen, especially with some of the more old school people or the more introverted folk, is they'll kind of, they'll look at me. He seems kind of cool, but we'll see. And I don't think this is a conscious process, but we'll see, if he keeps coming. And then after I go for, say, 3 months or so, it's like, this guy seems like he's going to be part of our community. He keeps showing up. He's kind of fun. He hangs out with us. He chats with us. He dances with us. He does yoga with us, and it seems like he's not going anywhere. So now they start investing more. So I'm getting used to them. I'm getting to know them, and they're getting to know me. Even probably more importantly, they're getting to know me. I'm becoming familiar to them. They're getting used to me, okay? And when familiar means usually translates to safe, okay? And so when they get used to seeing me, it's natural to start connecting with me at a deeper level. So that's why this is a practice, right? I mean, I get immediate, and I have in some of these classes, I've met people right off the bat. And I met people, I got immediate results, but I'm getting even more results the longer that I do it. Probably 6 months from now, I'll have even more results. I'll probably be way more established in these communities, or maybe there are other communities I haven't found yet. So that is my video for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your week, and maybe just start thinking about, what are some communities that maybe you're already going to, and what are some new ones that maybe you can try? And it's like what I've done naturally because I'm in a new town, but even the town that you're in, there's probably new activities that you could show up at and try going to them. Then you go several times and it starts feeling like a fit. So anyway, I hope you enjoy your week, and I will see you in a week.